I think it's no secret the OnePlus 10T was going to be no better than the 10 Pro, but the changes seem to be getting controversial. As yes, OnePlus confirmed that some of their classic features are gonna be gone for this year's 10T, and I know many of you are not gonna be happy. We have new information about what we can expect for the upcoming Apple Watch Pro and what version is getting the boot as a result. And it seems like Samsung has a big and interesting plan for their future chipsets, and that includes a lot of poaching. I'm Jaime Rivera, and listen, anyone asking for more Monday jokes should just be nice enough to drop a few in the comments, because Diego's dad jokes are gone. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today are non-existent, but for now, let's start with Samsung and their latest addition to their team for future chipsets. Earlier today, a new report surfaced about a chip expert whose name I will not even try to butcher, who worked at Apple for 9 years, and thing about it is, he just left Cupertino to work for Sammy as the director of a new packaging solution, and apparently he's not the only guy Samsung has poached so far. The company wants to focus on the efficient production of chipsets in the upcoming years, and it makes sense when you see how some of their previous projects ended up being not as successful as they wished, and you cannot blame Apple for their success of their M&A chips. This would also add to the reports we had a few weeks ago about Samsung creating a team of 1,000 employees for the production of future smartphone processors. This new team, called the Dream Platform One Team, will be dedicated to commercialize the first Galaxy-dedicated chipsets that are set to arrive in 2025. It will be formed mainly by engineers that have developed the Exynos chipset and those who have coordinated the installation of it at their mobile division, but in the meantime, we can expect the Galaxy S23 and S24 to come exclusively with Snapdragon chips, which I know a lot of people won't be upset about. How about that name for that team, though? That's pretty crazy. Moving on, let's talk about Apple for the next couple of segments, starting with new details about the iPhone 14 series, which is right around the corner at this point. According to a new report from Digitimes, all iPhone 14 models will feature 6GB of RAM, which was expected, but there seems to be a positive catch here. Obviously, RAM amount is as important, but so is the speed, and that reportedly is getting a boost. It seems both Pro models will feature LPDDR5 RAM, which is a new, faster, and more power-efficient type of memory compared to older standards. Then we also have another report claiming that Cupertino has increased its component orders from suppliers, meaning that they have big expectations for the iPhone 14. Apparently, they made this decision after seeing how good sales were outperforming from the current model, and keep in mind that they expect both Pro models to be the main selling point here as we covered last week. So yeah, let's see what we end up getting in September. Sticking to Apple, let's talk about the next Apple Watch. Yesterday, Mark Gurman reported that the larger Series 8 model will feature a casing made of a more durable formulation of titanium to make it extra rugged. What's interesting is that this might mean a casualty in the existing lineup, and it could be none other than the Apple Watch Edition. If you remember, this has always been the more premium option, and yet it didn't really have a nice start because if you remember, the original sort of 18-karat debatable gold variant retailed for as much as $16,000 at some point. And well, we eventually saw it go ceramic and also titanium. The problem is that this also means that if you're planning on getting this new model, just be ready because it won't be cheap. Gurman also reported that the high-end model will receive the first redesign since Series 4. He described the new design as an evolution of the current rectangular shape and made it clear that we're not getting flat sides, even if other people still disagree. The report also claims that the battery will be able to last multiple days with one single charge thanks to a new low power mode. Sadly, the health features we were expecting won't make it until 2025 though. Lastly, Gurman said that this new Apple Watch Pro is shaping to be one of the most exciting launches this year. The real question is if you're excited, because unless it's better than my Garmin, I'm not. But then again, my Garmin, in its premium titanium variant, this FX2 is $1,100, so it's not that it doesn't make sense, but then the features do, so Apple better step it up. And finally, for the not so hot, if not disappointing, and just weird news today, let's talk about the OnePlus 10T. From what we've seen on renders shared by the company, we can expect a pretty similar design to the 10 Pro, but according to new information, this new phone could be a shift for the company. Over the weekend, the Chinese company announced that after almost a decade, this will be the first flagship that won't feature the alert slider. Chief Design Hope Liu explains that this change was necessary for other key components on the device, such as a bigger battery, which you're actually not getting, fast charging, and a better antenna. You know, the same excuse that we've been hearing about how they killed the headphone jack, only to not give us much of a change. And then another key update for this model is that apparently there's no Hasselblad branding because it's nowhere to be seen despite how prominent it is on other OnePlus flagships. Apparently the partnership fell because the company wanted to offer an ultimate performance flagship smartphone that could match the price, but we don't know if that's the case going forward. Sadly, later on, they confirmed that the 10T will come with the 50-megapixel Sony IMX766. Which, you guessed it, is not really better than the sensor on the 10 Pro, even if Oppo has been making miracles with this chip, but then other companies like Asus have not. Just to wrap it up, the 10T is expected to arrive with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, up to 12 gigs of RAM, and up to 256 gigs of storage. We can also expect a 4800 mAh battery, and yes, notice, not larger as per their excuses, though it does bring 150 watt fast charging, a 6.7-inch LTPO AMOLED display running at 120 Hz. So anyways, for today's question, let us know, what do you think about the OnePlus 10T so far? Because in my case, I'd say that unless it's a lot less expensive than the 10 Pro and more in Pixel 6 territory, this phone has no reason for being. And we did see that. This is pretty much the OnePlus 10 that we didn't get, and we're just getting it as the T this year. So it's not supposed to be better than the 10 Pro, but then again, the price has to match that. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me, well, Debate Monday jokes, but yeah, if you hear barking, it's because there's like a pound next door. But anyways, please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.